are you? What, you want to chat? Thought this day couldn't get any stranger. He picks a time like this to gossip? Yeah, I took a serpent to my breast. Should I be surprised it bit? Don't see why it concerns you. Then hurry. There's a code on the back of the treasure map, and he's forcing the captain's wife to break it. Seems the undead in here can't truly die. So if he breaks the code, they're his to command. When you kill him, don't you dare make it gentle.
Filth! You'll not get past me!
Nice work back there. Nuttall found an old vent that led to this chamber. More climbing than I'd have liked, but we made it through. My crew is making short work of the mutineers behind us, but there are still plenty more in the cavern. Agreed. But we need to draw him out. Otherwise, he'll order the mutineers to kill my crew. And if he sees my face, Thaynir is as good as dead. We have to be smart about this. With fire. There's a barrel of kindle pitch on the docks. If you burn the Imperial war supplies on the docks, everyone will be too focused on putting it out to worry about Browdy Bloodshark. When he shows his face, you can stick a blade through it. Here, take this whistle. Give it a sharp blast, and my crew will help you fight any mutineers in your path. Once they're distracted, we'll keep the mutineers off your back while you hunt Browdy Bloodshark. Good luck.
Fools! What are you doing out there? You came a long way to die, stranger. I'll give you the blood eagle before I'm done.
Move to flank!
We have to get out of here. You don't understand. He's insane. He'll keep trying to control the undead until he succeeds. Then it's over. There's no way the mutineers will fight without him. Toward the end, he frightened even his most loyal sailors. Have you seen Captain Linwin? Is she all right? Thank the gods. If only I'd burned the cursed map to this place. But perhaps there's something to salvage here. The Dominion will welcome a cave full of Imperial war supplies. That should be enough for a full pardon and a letter of marque. You must know of our raids across the Long Coast. Well, that's behind us now. The treasure will wipe our debts clean so we can put our talents to use in the Queen's own navy. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to find my wife.
The traitors lost their fight once you killed Broughty Bloodshark. I'd rather hang the lot of them, but Fania said some were coerced into it. Even so, they'll need some kind of punishment. What we first planned to do, once we inventory the weapons and supplies in this cave, we'll present the list to the Thalmor. If they like what they see, they'll give us our amnesty and make us part of the Queen's own navy. We were, but those days are over. I should have seen they never would be for Broughty Bloodshark. The damnable thing is, he was an excellent first mate. Up until the promise of treasure warped his mind, I suppose. Those who planned it will hang. The rest who were forced into it, they can leave, unless my crew objects. I need to spend some time with Fania. Before you go, find Bulag. He put something together for you. Our way of saying thanks. It may not be much, but Bulag scraped together a reward. We can't exactly pay you in catapults, not if we want the Dominion to take us in. What you did for us, we won't forget it. Because it's the unluckiest thing I could think of. The sight of those birds terrifies sailors from one end of Tamriel to the other. You'd think they were Daedric princes with wings. I don't want my ship filled with superstitious fools moaning about the Draugr below the waves, or cursed gold and treasure chests. I want a straight-backed crew ready to knock the Draugr overboard and dispel ancient curses, so we can spend the gold.
He was absolutely insane, ready to sacrifice us all.
The captain will decide what to do with you.
Hurry up. We have treasure to load.
Can't say where the Albatross will head next, but you're always welcome aboard.
None of us will forget what you did here. And Nutal won't forget either. Saving our lives is a little more than just help. Next time you see us, we'll be privateers. Nutal and I are going to miss you. We scrounged a bit and came up with something. I hope it serves you well. The captain wants all these supplies cataloged and stowed before we contact the Thalmor. I should really handle this until Engor recovers.
No passing through the Grey Mire, citizen. If you want to gawk at Argonians, you'll have to do it elsewhere. Last year, these Argonians showed up and begged for asylum. The Wood Elves gave them the Grey Mire. Their business, really. But now there's a Dominion, so it's our business. We're containing the tribe until we know what to do with them. We're at war. We can't have pact sympathizers plotting in the shadow of Eldenroot. Look, Officer Paranel wants outside help to resolve the Argonian issue. You can find her by the main entrance.
Soldier, I appreciate your vigilance, but the Argonians in the Grey Mire are guests. Refrain from any further displays of zeal, or I'll have you scrub down the barricade. Dismissed.
Despite my myriad talents, I must maintain a supply train in this backwoods marsh. We have excess stores. Feel free to peruse them, if you like.
If you're here to complain about the Argonian refugees, there's nothing I can do. They're to remain behind the barricades until the Thalmor resolves their status. Praise Ifrei, someone who isn't going on about Argonian spies. Last year, this tribe arrived in Grotwood as refugees. But because we're all part of the Dominion now, my superiors can't decide what to do with them. Absolutely not. This entire tribe was enslaved by Dark Elves. They have more reason to hate the Ebonheart Pact than you or I. But someone in Eldenroot decides to set an example, and now there are barricades. It's why I need outside help. Here's a list of the tribe's leaders. I need to know why they refuse to speak with us. Unless my report says they're cooperating, my superiors have an excuse to exile them. Soldiers and barricades aren't exactly a welcoming feast, but unless the Argonians are willing to speak with us, they won't stay in Grotwood for much longer. Otarte is some kind of spiritual leader, friendly sort. Slimjar fishes for a living, with eyes as cold and dead as her catches. As for No Fingers, I have no idea what he does, but the tribe respects him. No. As a justiciar, the Thorma Inner Council directs me to investigate and enforce Dominion law. They've never given me soldiers. Without an armed encampment, the Argonians might have trust in me. But that's not how they see it in Eldenroot.
Welcome. What brings you to the Greymire? Then you're a wandering soul, much like our tribe was? Without the gracious Wood Elves, we would still roam Tamriel in search of a new home. Once the Dominion understand the depth to our gratitude, I'm certain they'll remove the barricades. Please, ask me anything. The Dominion capital is the Wood Elf city of Eldenroot. The bulk of its armies are Wood Elf soldiers. I see no difference between the Dominion and our Wood Elf benefactors. The tribe's leadership will soon meet to discuss this matter. Some fear the Dominion plan to enslave us, as the Dark Elves once did. I hope to put this absurdity to rest. You're welcome to attend the meeting, Wanderer. We have nothing to hide. We were slaves to Dark Elves for generations. When the Ebonheart Pact formed, we refused to fight beside our former captors. They called us traitors and banished us from our lands. We roamed Tamriel for years, and only stopped when we reached Grotwood. We asked the Wood Elves here for temporary shelter. Instead, they gave us the Greymire. All they asked was that we work the land and set aside some of our fish. For this, we must always be grateful. In Blackmarsh, I was a tree minder. I tended the Hist, the great trees of our people. Here I will become a spinner, to speak with the trees of Grotwood. I will lead my people to Ifra, the Wood Elf god of the forest. We've always thought that without the Hist, there can be no hatchlings. But with Ifra's guidance, I will find a way. Think of it. Argonians native to Grotwood, to our new way of life. Proud citizens of the Dominion which Queen Irene hopes to build.
A soldier already told me to return to the Greymire, but let me fish a little longer, all right? I'll head back shortly.
You're unwelcome here. Leave this place.
Begone, outsider. You have no place here. I speak with warriors, not spoiled eggs. Your words are drenched in honey. How far do you stick your tongue up the beehive? Very well. Ask your questions. I hunt and I fish. I do it better than the rest. The others respect my strength. This tribe has forgotten how to survive. You want to know my role? I remind them what we left behind. No matter how far this tribe wanders, they will always bathe elven boots with their tongues. Dark elves, high elves, a Nord with pointed ears would do. But some of us fought our slave masters. When they forget, I remind them. By Dominion, you mean Queen Irene. She's like any dark elf matron, but her lash is an army of Balmor lackeys. The Wood Elves and Khajiit are the worst kind of slaves. They'll pave her road to victory with their own blood, and thank her for the privilege. Enough questions. Utate called a meeting to discuss the barricades. If you're so eager to learn my thoughts, you should attend.
Is this your land? No? Then leave.
Oh, you shouldn't be here, traveler.
What's going on? I'm up. I'm awake. I was dreaming of speckled fish. Now I'm hungry and wet. Explain yourself. Despite what you may have heard, a bucket of water to the face isn't a traditional Argonian greeting. But I'm not one to stand on ceremony. What's on your mind? As long as I can raise my guar and sleep in the shade, I don't care who rules this land. We want to live in peace, as a free people. If the Dominion supports us, then I support the Dominion. I'd find somewhere else to sleep in the shade. Some of the rough skins in this village might not see it the same way. I wouldn't go throwing buckets of water on them. You might lose a finger. The meeting. I nearly slept through it. Udate wants to discuss the grumbling about the barricades. You should come. See how we govern ourselves. I've roamed from one end of Tamriel to the other, handling vicious beasts along the way. In all that time, I've never lost a finger. But the moment I call myself Lost No Fingers, a guar will tear off my arm. When my tribe left the Black Marsh, we brought along our native wildlife. None wanted the job, so I took charge. I prefer beasts to people. More pragmatic, less complicated, and you always know when one plans to eat you. It doesn't. But when you're the one who keeps the Wamasu calm, nobody gets on your bad side. Ha! I had you. The tribe sees one who remains calm in the face of danger, and with this comes respect. Simple as that.
Thank you for coming, all of you. We have all heard the grumblings, but if this is to be our home, we must end this talk of defying the Dominion.
You tail-lifting fool! Do we ignore the slave pen they built around us? This wood elf god you follow corrupts your mind.
If Ifrit can give us hatchlings, Slimjaw, peace with the Dominion is our only chance of survival.
While you whisper to trees, the Dominion measures our wrists for manacles. I cannot allow this.
Slimjaw, what are you saying?
Utate, you turn our people away from the Hist. I sanction you for your heresy.
Slimjaw, no!
Hail Sithis!
I knew of Slimjaw's anger, but to murder Utate, madness. Didn't you hear her? She leapt crest first from the cliffs of madness. The anger has burned a hole through her good sense. Killing Utate must be part of a larger plan. Slimjaw was once a shadow scale, a holy assassin feared throughout Black Marsh. To sanction Utate as she did was a signal. Her hunters will lie in wait for whatever comes next. They'll fight to the death, so we need to fight harder. If one Dominion soldier dies at the hands of these fools, my entire tribe will pay for it. So yes, we need to kill them, if it isn't too much trouble. But have no fear. Comes when called can help you track them down. That tiny guar sniffing at your ankle. Don't worry. It means he likes you. Sweep the beach camps for Slimjaw's hunters. I'll round up a few trusted friends and check the forest camps. We'll meet at the old sea cave west of the Grey Mire. We should hurry. If any of Slimjaw's hunters attack Dominion soldiers, my tribe is doomed. I trained the little one to work with the hunters. He's quite familiar with their scent. If they're around, he'll be happy to lead you to them. The hunters, less happy.
lightning. Hail Sithis!
Split up!
It's such a fine day for fishing. I'll be out here a little longer, and then I'll return home.
You're still breathing. Good. Breathing is good. Slimjaw is deeper in the sea cave. She's trying to gain control of Mother Lightning. If she manages this, the Dominion soldiers won't stand a chance. The giant lizards with lightning in their teeth are Wamasu. Mother Lightning laid their eggs and nurtured them to hatching. Everything about her is twice their size. It pains me to say, but you'll need to put her down when you kill Slimjaw. I was once a shadow scale, just like Slimjaw. For me to kill her without sanction would be true heresy. I've lived my life without angering the Night Mother, and I'd rather not start now. But my friend Eagerteeth has no such restriction. Yes, the one chewing on that hunter's spine. She's a feisty one. I'll return to the village and chase away the Wamasu. If they sense Mother Lightning is in danger, they might stampede through the Gray Mire. Good luck, friend. But with Eagerteeth by your side, you shouldn't have much trouble. Argonians born under the sign of the Shadow are special. Some are taken at birth and trained as assassins. We followed the god Sithis, and through his consort wife, we received sanctioned kills. I shouldn't say we. That life is long behind me. Slimjaw and I first came to this tribe as liberators. But for every Argonian we freed, the Dark Elves tortured 10. I refused to cause more pain for my people. When the tribe was exiled, I remained as a protector. But I was too slow to protect Utate. You're back. You stopped Slimjaw then. Oh no. Eager Teeth didn't survive, did she? I see. You'll be missed, Eager Teeth. But this is no time to mourn. Officer Parwinell grows impatient with our tribe. Perhaps if you were to calm the waters, she would leave us be. None of the others will speak with her. They fear she'll find out about the fighting. So they cling to silence and hope I make it all go away. But I'm a terrible liar. There's no way I could disguise Utate and Slimjaw's absence. I don't want the tribe forced out of its home. These people, my people, they found hope in the Grey Maya. I don't want it wrenched away from them due to Slimjaw's foolish actions. If I may ask, what will you tell her? As you should. I just hope what you think is right is what's best for my tribe.
Now just calm down. I haven't made any decisions yet.
This is it. The Dominion...
My scouts reported sounds of battle along the beaches. This forces my hand. If I can't explain this immediately, my superiors will hear about this and assume the worst. I need you to tell me what's going on in the Grey Maya. I don't see any hunters here now, nor have I seen Utate or Slimjaw. None of the guards saw anyone trying to head out of town, so where are they? I see. When they return, I want to speak with them, but for now, I won't need them for my report. About what we spoke of earlier, you're sure the Dominion has nothing to fear from these people? And that's all I need for my report. My superiors won't be happy, but I'm sure they'll get used to the idea eventually. Thank you for seeing the truth of the matter. I hope to have those wretched wooden barricades down within the month. Argonians of the Grey Maya, as long as this tribe pledges itself to the Dominion, you will always have a home in Grotwood.
If it means we belong, we'll pledge. Right, Shatuna?
Yes, praise the Divines. Whatever allows us to stay.
I'm glad you're all so excited. Please, if you have any questions, I'll answer what I can.
You there, halt! There's great danger ahead. South Point is currently off limits. You'll need to keep back for your own safety. The citizens of South Point are killing each other in the streets. I've seen nothing like it. Captain Alonthor may need help evacuating survivors. You'll find him by the road, outside the town.
I'm looking for work. Know anyone who needs a hauler? I'm real good at breaking down tents, packing them up, and hauling them where they need to be unpacked and pitched. And don't say carnival. I'm done with carnivals. I was working in the carnival near Eldenroot. It wasn't a bad job, but the owner, Sarandel, doesn't know what she's doing. We came all the way from the Somerset Isles, and now the performers can't put on their acts. I don't know the details. Look, Sarandel can tell you herself. Me? I'm done with that operation.
It's at times like these when my commitments as a priest are truly tested. I will support my community and continue prayers until South Point is restored to its previous glory.
Well, I suppose I can't go back to town now, can I? Just make myself comfortable here for a while. This sort of thing usually sorts itself out, doesn't it?
The whole town went crazy. It's just inconceivable, impossible, unbearable. If this is just how things are here, I need to offload my wares so I can go set up shop elsewhere.
Turn back, citizen. South Point is... I don't know what to call it exactly. I sent 3 of my best scouts into South Point to answer that very question, but none returned. Until I know their fates, I can't request reinforcements. But I won't send anyone else inside until I know what happened to my scouts. You see my predicament. I certainly won't stop you. One of South Point's citizens also offered to help find the scouts, but she seemed a bit eccentric. Perhaps she has something to offer beyond alarming theories? You should know Dareneth has some sort of position in Eldenroot. Seems to think her reputation precedes her. No need to kiss the hem of her robes, but she's far less prickly if you show her some respect. Last I saw Dareneth, she was taking shelter in one of the tents. I could do without this damnable rain. It's been storming since we arrived, and it shows no sign of letting up. Ask what you will. I don't care to speculate. I can only act upon what I know. It's apparent that the townsfolk have caused harm to themselves and others within South Point. Yes, it seems they've all gone mad, but until I know for certain, all I can do is hope to contain it. Strange reports arrived in Eldenroot a week ago. Little things, people acting oddly. But when a South Point guard delivered his own severed tongue to the Altmer embassy, someone noticed. If we weren't spread so thin, we'd have been here earlier. General Endari pulled her entire company from the Haven and left for parts unknown. In her absence, we filled the gaps. I tried to commandeer forces from the Grey Mire, but the Thalmor Inner Council considers Argonian refugees a greater threat, in their wisdom. Centuries ago, it was an Imperial stronghold, but now it's known as a sleepy coastal town with a big cathedral. You'll find mostly Colovians who've been here for generations, and a handful of Wood Elves who don't pay much heed to the Green Pact.
Did someone call my name? Did Captain Alonthor send you to mock me? Did you come to tell me I don't know the work of a Daedric prince when I see one? Isn't it obvious? Madness swept through South Point like a plague, and so quickly. Only one Daedric prince has such power. No, it's... Wait, yes, that's it exactly. the Daedric Prince of Madness himself, here in South Point. It's all rather exciting, isn't it? I'm exceptionally concerned. It is my home, after all. But I'd rather show my concern by doing something about the problem. The captain wanted to find his scouts, didn't he? We should get going. Of course, you need someone who knows the town, and I need someone with whom to take a stroll in this lovely rain. No use arguing. I've been getting my way since before you were born. Or do you want a sweet old woman to show more courage than you?